Hello everyone. So today we are going to see what are the instance groups in GCP, which is Google Cloud, and how to create the different type of instance group. So let's start with the video. So very first is just go to instance group area. So you can go to Compute Engine, and here you will find instance groups. So once you will open, so you will see this screen and you will get all the details of instance group. So just click on create instance group, and here you can see so instance group creation window open. So before starting, so let me explain you what are the instance group. So instance group are nothing but a group of instances which you can create for different type of your usages. So let's understand what are different types of instance group first. So there are two types of instance group majorly. So one is a managed instance group and another is unmanaged. So very first is in managed there are two types, stateless and stateful. So what are the managed instance group? So let me tell you first. So managed instance group are basically useful for the load balancing perspective. For example, if you have one application having the different or one number of instance in that, and you can create the group, and suppose during the heavy load scenario it can basically load balance itself, or it can auto scale itself. So you can see, so new instance group is stateless. So what is a stateless? You can see here auto scaling, auto healing, and auto updating means it can auto scale. Suppose your certain criteria depending upon the application load, it can auto scale. For example, if you have instances, 3 instances, and the load increases, so if you create this group for your application, that it can actually auto scale, means as per requirement it can add or remove the instances between that group. So as I said, there are two types in the managed in managed. So there is stateless and stateful. So majorly these stateful are used for the workloads such as databases, and because it supports the disk and metadata prevention, so that is the benefit of that. And stateless, as I said, it is useful for the all your batch workloads or the serving different kinds of application. So first of all, let's create one managed one. So prerequisite for the managed instance group is we need to create first the instance template. So let's go to instance template first. Let me show you. So you can see here in Compute Engine we have instance templates. So what are the instance templates and why it is a mandate? Why it is a prerequisite? So basically, as I said, managed instance group can actually basically load balance or auto scale itself. So to have auto scaling, for example, if the group wants to add more instances, so there should be one template, and using that template it will trigger the different kind of instances, or it will create the instances. So for that template is required. So let's create it now. So create instance template, and here you can see, so just by default name came as the instance template one. So here we can just give information like for this template, or whenever one new instance will be get triggered, so what should be their configuration. So I am keeping as same like general purpose, and it will be of kind of 4 GB. So let's reduce it to 1 GB. So it will be 1 GB and E2 instance. So here you can see accordingly this costing is changed. So this is my costing will be 7.2 monthly estimate is there for my this instance which will be get triggered. Then here you can select your OS as per your need. So I am just keeping by default, and I'm just saying allow traffic HTTP and HTTPS, and just say create. So now I have created my instance template. So my instance group basically will use this template to launch or to delete the instances for auto scaling. So let's wait so that it will get created. So you can see, so my instance template has been created. Now let's move back to group. So compute engine and instance group. So as I said, we are going to create first managed one. So just create. So this is my select the managed one, then instance group one. So I am keeping default name. So here you can select whether you want single zone or multiple zone. So I am putting as a single zone and just select the zone. So zone I am selecting as a Europe North. And so you can see here instance template came. So here we need to select the instance template which we just created. So instance template one. Then here it is important. So whether you want to use this for auto scaling, so you can select auto scale over here. So if you don't want to auto scale it, so you can select no also. So I am selecting auto scale, and here is the condition. So what should be the condition? So where basically this group should scale itself. Suppose your CPU utilization crosses 60%, then it will launch another instance. So you can change as per your requirement. So I am putting, for example, I want 90%, means whenever CPU utilization touches 90%, it should treat as auto scaling and it should be scaling so that it can launch a additional instance. Then this is predictive auto scaling. So based upon the historical CPU or data, if you want to enable the predictive, then you can do. So I am keeping off for now. So this is cooldown period. So what it is? So basically it will basically wait till that time so that your new instance which will be get launched by the auto scaling, how much it should wait so to traffic to divert to this newly launched instance. So I am keeping default, and here so health check is important. So we need to create health check so that it can do the health check, because this is a managed instance group. So just create another health check. So give name of health check, like I'm giving health check 2. And so how should be health check? So the condition is TCP protocol and port 80. So it will be checking this health check. So rest all I'm keeping by default. So like health criteria, what is the check interval, what is timeout. Just save and continue. So you can see health check 2 has been created. So yeah, next one important. So this is important, minimum number of instances and maximum number of instances. So in this group, so basically how much minimum and maximum instances should be. So you can allocate this. So I would say I want maximum 4. So what is the meaning of this? So minimum there will be 1 instance for my application, and if it needs to auto scale, so it can auto scale to till 4 instances. So it can launch till 4 instances. So you can control this. So I am putting 4. And in advanced option, so you can see there is one option like advanced creation option. So do not retry the machine creation. Suppose as you know that in cloud environment we have quota limits. So suppose it reaches our quota, suppose the scaling reaches our quota, so it should not basically wait. So whatever possible it can launch the instances, it should be. So you can read over here, just if compute instance hits the usage limit or error during instance creation, then reduce the instance group size and create as many instances possible. Means how many instances will be possible, so that it should create. So and say create. So now we have created our managed instance group. So it will take some time to create. So we need to wait for some time. So now you can see our instance group has been created. So let me explain you. So this is managed instance group, and the template used is instance template 1. And you can see, as I said, auto scaling. So target CPU is 90%, means what? So whenever CPU reaches 90%, it will auto scale. So current instances you can see 1, but if it reaches the target CPU, then it will basically launch another instance using our instance template. So this is how the overall idea of the instance group. So let's open it. So here you can see instance status is 1 and auto scaling is on minimum 1 and maximum 4, means it will auto scale up to 4. And what are the health check? So whatever health check we have created, so based upon that it will auto scale. So this is how you can create the managed instance group. So now let's go back to unmanaged and understand what it is. So we have created one, so let's create now unmanaged one. So just click on manage instance group and go to bottom, select new unmanaged instance. Now we are creating unmanaged. So as I said, unmanaged means it will not basically auto scale, it will only support load balance. You can see load balancing only. So here name is default as an instance group 2. Then here you can select the region. So let me select the Europe North. The network default, sub network also I am putting as a default, and instance. So here you can add the instance. So let me try to add one instance which is my current instance and say create. So now my unmanaged instance is getting created, instance group. So you can see it is created successfully. So it is part of only one instance which I have assigned to it. So let me click on it and show to you. So this is unmanaged and default one. So this is how you can create the both managed instance group and unmanaged instance group. So this is all. So that's it for today. So if you like this video, then you can subscribe to this channel and for the more videos on the cloud platform. So thank you.